Hi, my name is Samir Thapa. I am a National Technology Solutions Specialist for Voice and Communications at Microsoft, and I cover entire healthcare in all the states in the US. So this demonstration is to quickly enable users in your Office 365 portal to give the availability to provide the ability to make the call, right? You can make PSTN call. You can call anybody in a mobile phone or any other lines. So basically, your Skype client becomes your telephone. So how it can be done very quickly, okay? It's literally takes less than probably 10 minutes. So, but before we go there, let's talk about minimum licensing requirement. You will need minimum Skype plan 2 plus Cloud PBX add-on plus PSTN calling. So the Skype gives you all the features except the dial pad, right? Dial tone. The Cloud PBX add-on gives you dial tone. That's the add-on, and the PSTN calling is kind of basically provides you minutes, how much minutes you can call, right? Or you can get another license. If you have E3, then you need a Cloud PBX license add-on, and then you need a PSTN calling as an add-on. So that's or you can have a E5 and just add a PSTN calling add-on. So one of these options will enable Skype for Business for complete telephony services, completely delivered through Microsoft Office 365 Skype Online. Um, so for the POC, this is for a POC purpose, right? So you can enable if you want to try and see how it works. This is how where you start and see where is the licensing at, and then you can call our account manager and find out if you can get a PSTN calling trial license. Uh, Most likely we'll assign you one for maybe 30 days or so, and you can activate those license in your tenant. Okay. And then the next option would be to get a number of your choice of your location, which we call the DID, right? Uh, Direct inward dialing number, 10-digit number of your city of choice. And then we assign a location of emergency services. If somebody dials 911, where the emergency services will go. So we'll assign those. And then finally, we'll make inbound and outbound call. So let's get started and see how all this thing works. So let me open my portal and see what licensing I have. Just give me a second. So I'm logging into my portal now and see. Okay, so I'm logged into my portal. So first thing we're going to see is what licensing I have. I have to have one of those three licensing, right? The PSTN calling you can get as a trial. So let's see. In my expand this and subscription. And by the way, if you don't have, if you have, let's say, if you have a Skype plan 2 or E3 or E5, if you don't have these options, Cloud PBX, you can always add on as a trial as well. So you can get Cloud PBX trial directly from the portal. Yeah, you don't need to contact our account manager. You can actually go into your portal and let me show you and add into your tenant. The only time you need your account manager to get a PSTN calling code, trial code, is gives you that ability to call. That's a minutes, right? That's a plan. You cannot get that directly from the portal. So let me go to the portal and see so what subscription I have. So I have E5 and I have 25 E5 license. If you don't have E5 and if you have E3, and then you need to get E5 for trial. So you can go to the purchase services and probably somewhere here, E5, and then you can do start free trial. That will add you a 30 days trial, but do not start free trial unless you have, decided to start the, POC or testing, because the clock's going to start ticking and it will expire soon before you even know it. So that's your option. So start free trial. Okay. Now let's go to the active users, and I'm assuming you already have Exchange or any other workload in Office 365, which means you have the users already exist, inactive users. For this demonstration purpose, I'm just going to add a user. Let's say Dr.1, okay, and I'm just going to use Dr. And I'm going to, Galaxy IT. That's just a name I'm using for lab. And you can create what a password is. And this is not coming from cloud. This user is not coming from Active Directory. This user is only in the cloud. So this is just a demonstration purpose. If you have Active Directory user, then you can create the user and wait for replication. And once the replication happens, you see the user here, and you can follow the licensing part. Now I'm going to assign the license. Let's say I'm going to give you E5, and I'm just going to give this license, PSTN domestic and international calling. This is the one you need account manager to give you the code to add it into your tenant. Okay, so it's going to say both license enable, and I'm just going to add. Okay, so this user is added, and there's a Dr.1 here. Okay, so let's go to Skype for Business control panel and finish the work there. Just a second. If you scroll down the left bar at the bottom, you see Admin Center, and you see expand that, and you'll see Skype for Business. Click on that. Now, first thing we're going to do, according to our planning, is now we verified we have a license, right? One of these license, and we also added PSTN calling trial license through account manager. Now we need to add a number, right? So we need to acquire a number. So let's see how that works. So go to your Skype for Business Admin Center, go to Voice, and you won't see Voice option if you don't have Cloud PBX or E5 license, right? So just wanna make sure you're aware of that. All right, so let's get a number of your location of choice, right? So click on this plus sign, a new user number, and wait for a couple of seconds, come up. So United States, you can actually get a number for France, Puerto Rico, Spain, UK. There are a few other countries coming up in our in the future, right? So if you have a user in these countries, you can get those numbers and assign to the Skype, so you can have those local country numbers as well. So for this demonstration, let's say United States, and I'm just going to choose California. And in California, geez, so many numbers. I'm going to choose 818 number, and I need, you know what? I just need two numbers to reserve. You know, if I'll reserve 5 numbers. So in this process, I'm going to reserve 5 DID telephone numbers in my tenant, so I can assign these 5 numbers to 5 different people, right, in the future. So I get those. Let me go back, and let's see. I have this unassigned number for all the users, right? So number type users. And we need to add emergency locations too. So let me go ahead and add MTC. Let's see Microsoft. Oops. And I'm gonna say United States, and let me find the address. So the street number for Irvine is 3. Let's say Park Plaza, and this is your actual address where the users would be. So this is demonstration only. So I'm just going to use one of the location I know, and California, zip code is 92614, and you click on validate. It will validate for you, and you hit save. So once you save, go to emergency location. Now you have this address that you just saved it, and you go to voice users, that the user is created 1 as Dr.1. Remember, we created that, and go to assign number, and you assign what number you want. Let's say I want to assign 818 this number and MTC, and I want to save this number. So successfully saved. Let me go ahead and refresh my small screen here. It says pending. I will wait for activated voice users. And let's see. Activated. Dr. One is activated. All right. So the next step is just to log into the client and see we get a dial pad. So 1 second. So here's my Skype client. I'm logging as a doctor at galaxyit.us and hit sign in. It prompts me for password. Hopefully I remember the password here. So sign in, yes. Bingo. It's signed in and ready to go. You see the difference is if you're using Skype today, you don't have the dial pad. That means you don't have Cloud PBX and PSTN calling. So now this user has a dial pad. So this is I am in presence you can do, but this one is actually a dial pad, which is enabling the telephony part, right? So let me call my mobile phone. Actually, I'm gonna call my desk phone here. Just a second. Okay, so let me call my desk phone, which is 213 and 806 7392. Call. Hello? Hello? Yep, it works. And let me try inbound calling. So what was our number, right? So we need to find your number. So what was the number we configured? 818. So I'm going to dial 818 405 0866 and hit dial. Go. Where is my Skype client gone? Hang on, what did that number dial? So let me dial the right number. I think I missed one digit. So let me dial again. And the number is saved here. We dial again. Okay. Come on, ring. Okay. Yes, ringing. Test, test, test. And you are in a call. It says in a call. Let me mute this call. Okay. So while you're in the call, you can do a few things, right? You can do hold, you can do transfer, you can do consult and transfer. So you can talk to somebody before you transfer to them, or you can switch headsets if you have multiple headsets. So there's easy buttons here. You can resume the call. You can add more people to the call, invite more people. You can do IM, instant messaging to the team that you are chatting with. Right now it's not enabled because I didn't have the both users in computer. One is the actually desk phone, so it doesn't have IM capability. You can add any other phone numbers you want to invite into the same phone conversation. So this is one app can does all the things that you need for telephony to work for your business, right? So it can do all the things that you're probably using today. All right, that's it. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me hang up this. If you have any questions, feel free to email me your questions, right? My email address is, let me add it here. So this is my email address. Reach out to me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.